Okie dokie. We are live. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back, finally, with the double T.
Been 12 years.
I knew you were going to say 12. But,
Fuck 12.
it's been a while.
Damn.
On the technical topic. But today, we got a good topic. A good little subject to talk about for the first day back. We're talking about good old Tekken 8. So, at the time of this podcast, they should be starting or doing top 8 in Evo Japan, which I anticipate there's going to be an announcement for another character somewhere in there. But for the most part, what we're going to do here is we're going to lay down some knowledge for you guys to get your grasp and get you up to speed on kind of what's going on with Tekken 8, give you some opinions and stuff, just in case you're out of the loop and you haven't been checking all the information.
Understand what's going on, because Tekken 8's a big change from Tekken 7.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. So, my technicians, please reintroduce yourselves and tell them where they can find you.
Watch out, bro. Hey, it's your boy, Buster Bird, aka the birdiest of browns, the brownest and bronze pigeon. You can find me on Twizitch or YouTube at the same name, birdybrown.com/YouTube/Twitch. Yeah, on both those. We stream every day on the week, except for last week, but every weekday. Yeah.
This your boy Raha the King. You can find me nowhere because I'm always sleeping panda. Don't follow me, please don't.
Dang.
I already know. Boy, Shadow Balls. They know. They do know. They already know. Man, look, I ain't got no fancy intro. Y'all can find me in the Twitters, Twitch. It'll start up at some point again. I don't know. Probably with Street Fighter 6, maybe. We'll see.
Hey, yo.
Oh, we definitely streaming Street Fighter 6 now.
We'll
Oh,
see.
yeah. Running first to 10s and whatnot.
Well, really, I was whether I'm going to start before that. But anyway, that's not the topic. Bring us into the topic.
All right. Tekken 8. Tekken 8. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's been going. Okay? Because people hate Akuma. Next question.
Oh no.
Next topic.
Hey, what
Next time on the technical topic.
Hey, bro, real shit though. They said, hey, you know how y'all complained about that mechanic that only the 2D characters had, where they do the combo, they run up, that freaking that type of shit. You know, yeah. Not everybody can do it. So everybody can shut up.
No,
right?
actually, Take, that's not it. Have you ever played? Did you play the last? What's that game? Soul Cal?
Oh, I sure didn't.
That's literally the same mechanic from Soul Cal, the rock paper scissors, but instead of it being constant, they just gave it a meter, and you can only use it once.
No, it's quite a bit different from that. It is quite a bit different from
I
that.
don't know enough about Soul Calibur to say.
I do, these are two completely different mechanics.
I don't play Soul Cal, so.
I play Soul Calibur 2.
I'm gonna
Link.
whichever the one had Ezio in it. That's
5.
Yeah.
Oh, and I played a Star Killer. It's crazy. I don't play Soul Calibur characters. So.
Neither do I. Well, sort of. But anyway.
Anyway.
Hey, F this bot though. So let's start from the top with some of the general system changes. Okay. So these are coming from Spag. Shout outs to Spag Spaghetti Rip. He made a video. You can catch it on his channel as well. But we'll go over them here as well, just show you kind of give you a bit of an outline of what we're talking about. So the first system change on the list is that running tackles no longer exist.
crazy.
I guess it's I guess at this point we shouldn't be shocked because they made them blockable from unblockable. So I guess it was a matter of time before they get taken out the game. It's not really a method of doing any type of offense. It's kind of just cheesy, in all honesty. So I guess they just wanted to get rid of it altogether. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I'll
Fair enough.
transition the screen so that you guys can see. For you guys that aren't true Tekken aficionados,
Like me.
so running tackle, if you don't know, looks like this. When you run a certain amount of distance away from the character, you'll automatically tackle them. Not like that, but it'll be like this. They'll literally shoulder
that's the
into
tackle
them.
I thought they were talking about, not the shoulder. Okay, that makes.
Yeah, this.
Oh, so now
Not
right,
that.
look.
I had a backdash far enough away. Yeah, that. That's the actual shadow tackle.
Beautiful stage.
Right, look at the
nice
KBB,
mod.
bro.
Well, what are y'all looking at? I'm trying to look too.
Looking at Turtle's
Actually,
screen,
it's
bro,
free.
on Twitch.
Yeah, this right there.
Oh,
The little shoulder. So in previous Tekken games, that was unblockable.
I don't even think they want you to stand that far away from each other anymore.
Yeah,
Honestly.
more or less. Yeah, that used to be unblockable. In this game, it is blockable, but it is plus 13. So,
Correct.
and it has armor on it. So,
do it one more time.
Okay,
gotcha.
make sure I'm
That's what I was thinking.
full distance away.
Oh.
Yeah, so
awesome.
plus 13.
You know what's crazy? My dumbass thought it was the tackle you do when you literally tackle him.
Yeah, that's what I
no.
thought. That's what I thought. It
No,
was.
not that one.
No, there
Yeah,
too many
that.
characters use that. Too many
Facts.
characters use that.
I was like, what? There's no way
Yeah,
you
no.
can't block that. Like,
The ultimate tackle, yeah, no, the ultimate tackle is gonna stay in the game.
But that shoulder, that's gonna be gone from the game. Which, like I said, is kind of it got to a point where nobody. It's kind of scrubby, and at the same time, nobody really used it. So
Facts.
it wasn't really something that people paid super a lot of attention to. Like there were some setups, like there's Akuma setups, where you can actually go through and you make use of the actual unblockable tackle. Like, let me see if I can showcase that real quick. And it's very common on wall-less stages for a lot of characters. I think quite a few characters actually can do something similar. But let's see, bad. That was too many. I'm do it these way. And if you roll back, you get caught by either the grab, or if you roll back, you get caught by the shoulder, which gives them just a lot of advantage. So, that's one of those things. I'll have to switch from one of the following things. So,
It was obsolete. Once they put it to where you can block it, it kind of just lost all meaning to use that bitch. In all honesty,
one of those plus frames is pretty huge.
but nobody really use it though.
They do.
They use it in specific setups, right?
In a wall stage, in the current meta where stage has become that much more important because characters do 1 billion damage on the wall. Oh yes, It is very much so used now. Anything to get plus frames. So the next change is that forward into hold forward makes you run.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very interesting change.
Oh,
So if you're not
an anime game,
if you're not aware, right, like in order to run in Tekken, it's actually more or less the same. To actually start up a run. So like you see my inputs are all, I'm gonna make them all back. So if I just tap forward into hold forward, like you're gonna run regardless. So it's actually more or less the same. Right? So I can start the run from right there just by tapping forward twice, as you can see in my inputs. So it's not actually any different. The thing is that to run, I'm just tapping forward, like without the hold. So now it's kind of like it's being more deliberate. So it's actually a bit more specific with how to start up the run, rather than makes it more possible to do like forward dashes.
Now, ain't that a change for like when you're in the middle of a combo and you want to run, or like when you need to do like a quick run? Or like that?
the while running moves are still the same to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Because that's
So,
still,
I was thinking that. I was thinking like, why would he say that if it already, or why would they say that if it already works like that? Unless it now works like that at close range.
Yeah,
So that,
it's
like,
forward by
running
itself
moves are
already
easy.
puts you that close. That's just double tap. That's no hold. And then I guess it makes it more. It's easier to get just the dash, right? Without having to actually cancel the movement.
Yeah.
But you can, to my knowledge, you can still do instant while running moves the same. Triple forward. So that's to my knowledge, at least. Which is pretty interesting. I wouldn't see it being as too much of a dynamic change, but I think it's kind of a quality of life thing.
Yeah, I think it's just more. I guess you could say it could be helping out beginners for the not while running, but the moves that you have to do forward. You can get a quick movement in, so you can get closer to the person. But I mean, the tail spins in this one. It's like a tail flip. So
Yeah, that's what they were calling it, tail flip.
It kind of brings you close to the person without actually making them go further.
Yeah, we can actually talk about that here. It's not in this specific list, but that's also something that's in there, is the tail flip system.
Mm-hmm.
So
I just call it a bound.
no, that's different.
See, 'cause,
I mean, technically bounds are in this game in a different way, but we'll get to a full-on heat system section later on.
I was about to say. Yeah, from what I saw, it looked like bounds were back.
I feel like forward into forward hold, you might it's something you're gonna have to get used to, because it depends on how loose it is. I guess, if that makes sense, because forward into forward hold, you can do that on accident and get a run, and they can get you caught. So like, it really just depends on how, I guess you could say, sensitive the button is, the forward into forward hold, right?
Yeah, more or less. I mean, I guess it's
something that gives you more precision.
Yeah.
Once you get used to it,
you have to be more precise. You have to be, if it depends on how sensitive it is.
Yeah, I would say the same.
You can't just tap that bitch. I feel like if you tap that bitch, you'll start running.
Yeah, sometimes that's just making it easier for people, which is, in this case, it's okay. I actually kind of like that change myself.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all.
But moving to, we'll save tail flips for so closer to the heat system conversation. So the next thing on the list is that wall bounces seem to no longer exist. Okay,
I don't like that word.
They seem to no longer exist, but like the way, if you've seen any of the gameplay actually on the game, like, they kind of still bounce off the wall, but it's more dependent on the stage.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Is this graphic made by Rip, or was it made by Bandai?
I have no idea. I think Spag got it from Bandai, or I guess edited or something.
I think this is from Bandai, because I think I remember seeing
it looks
this.
pretty efficient. It looks pretty efficient.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, okay, well, if it came from Bandai and they're saying seem to no longer exist, they're definitely trolling, right? Like,
probably. Like, they exist in some form.
Characters can't force it, because we definitely saw, who was that bounce off the wall? Was it Jack?
But I think that was also part of his move, though. I don't know for sure. Like, we don't know whose move does what or whatnot. Because if you, like, here, generally a wall bounce, they'll just go straight off the wall. Like, just bounce straight up, like that. Again, obnoxious bounce.
Big fan of the stage, by the way. Nice mod.
To me, I don't think, for one, I don't think it was fair to give everybody a wall bounce. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
What?
No, because I think it kind of defeats the purpose of it being unique to Geese. If you're just trying to keep everybody unique in their own way. I mean, it's cool that everybody has it now, but I feel like if you want it, it's kind of like the same now. Now everybody can break your guard. So why the fuck would I play fucking Rom now? If he's still gonna be bad, why the fuck do I play him?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that was
He's-
my problem with Tekken 7 to begin with, was that characters were too generic. There's too much shared shit.
I mean, to be fair,
think that was-
Falcon. Oh, go ahead, finish.
Nah, bro, you good. I was good.
I was to say, to be fair, Falcon is still the only character who can like hold a move and just straight up smack you into guard. Slump Gamer, that must be boy Slump, Marduk Specialist. What's up, brother? But yeah, the wall break, the guard break system itself. There's certain characters that have more influence on it, and Falcon was the only one that can like hold his moves. But let's be real, you're only gonna use that against somebody who is like unaware. Right, you'll use it if against a half decent Tekken player. They're gonna be like, "Oh dang, I forgot he had that," and then you're never gonna get it off again. So it doesn't even really matter that much, right? It's that maybe that one last round, last game thing you pulled out to get the win.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the. Hey Slump, do me a favor, fam. You share this with the other Discord. I forgot. But we can move on to the next change. Get up kicks no longer knock down.
I have a lot to say about this one.
You know what?
Appreciate you, bro.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
So, okay, so if get up kicks no longer knock down, or how safe are they on block? And then, if that's the case, if I hit them, how negative the person is. So like, if I get up kick them and they get hit, can they still react? Like, are they still plus frames? Are they super behind frames? Like, I don't know if I like this change, because I feel like the get up kicks was like a 50-50 anyway. So like, if you hit them, you kind of set the neutral, but now it's like, we don't know what advantage you get now. Like, is it gonna be safe on block? Is it gonna be safe on hit? Is it gonna fuck you over? Should you just not do it? Like, you know what I mean?
That's what it seemed like. I mean, you get up kicks, if it knocked you down, that's one of the best situations, ain't it?
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Well,
Oh yeah. Well, allow me to show you an example. So,
I don't think that. Well, I guess while you're explaining, go ahead.
get up kicks, right? Like the whole thing that they don't knock down means that in the situation where like you see Kazi's on the ground, and a lot of people, they'll reversal like this, and then this obviously leads to a combo, right? Just to eliminate, I guess it's another, I think some of these changes are aiming to overall neutralize damage, because everybody's complained so much about damage now that,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah, they do.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's Tekken is relatively a two-touch game.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on the characters, especially, two-touch game. That's why I
say.
say
Complaining about damage in tag 2?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tekken. I mean, what's it called? Tekken 7 didn't start out with as much damage, but you know, it's just like any game, bro. Power creep, combos getting longer, more extensions, more wall damage.
Yeah.
More, every character gets to the goddamn wall now. Which, I mean, thank God that's something that won't happen. What's it called? Tekken.
Yeah, damage for
At
the
least
most
at
part got
launch.
nerfed in Tekken 8, which I like. Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is. I actually really like how the game looks. Like if you want to put down damage, you got to use everything, unless you are a naturally high damage character like Paul. Like I feel like it's way more meaningful to play Paul again over certain characters, just because he has the ability to accent his damage once again.
I'm cool with that. I need to, if they're gonna get rid of that, they need to also put on there how safe and how negative it is, even on block. Like the same way with the heat system. When we first saw the heat system, we thought that shit was gonna be broken as fuck. At least they broke it down and told us that like on block, what it was like -1 or something. Like you can at
Something
least
like that.
dodge step it.
And like for we'll get further into it, because there's stuff like how the heat system actually activates is very interesting.
That's where the whole fucking thing. Heat system's actually pretty.
Yeah, it's I actually really like it. I think it's gonna be really nice to use. So next change that I think is actually mad controversial, low key. I don't know if people are mad about it or not.
I hate this change.
I'm unaware of the change.
Magic Fours no longer exist.
Oh, that. Oh, okay.
I as a Jin player, I hate this change.
Technically, you don't have a true Magic Four anyway.
I play Miguel.
I look at it like this.
It used to be.
Some characters benefited from a Magic Force, some characters don't. So now they said, "Fuck it, we are all neutral in God's eyes."
Got him. Magic Four is really strong. Like, it's a really powerful tool. Like, this move. Shut up.
Well, you got back one. Relax.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna do it because I don't play Miguel. But yeah, Magic 4, very simple move. We all know that jab is basically the fastest move in the game. Generically, 10 frames. And you have this move for about a couple frames faster. Difference between using this and this, if somebody approaches you, bow. I get to combo for free. So this tool is really good because it also has almost pretty good range and it's kind of spammable for the most part. Now they can duck. They took away King's back one because he has to finish the string to launch now. Do you think they'll take away Steve's back one? Absolutely not.
Nah, hell no.
That is like
Steve is going to be one of the few characters that actually gets all of their counter hits. So that seems to be something they're taking away from everyone.
Steve.
Taking away their counter hits. I feel like that's going to be Steve's thing.
Like Steve, I like that's like Steve's core game plan, right? Like he's known to be a counter hit character. Like his whole idea is the way he gets damage and combos is he gets that back one or that down forward two. I was thinking the same thing because Steve is literally like counter character like Lee. Yeah, I would agree.
The reason why they got rid of Kings, if I'm correct, is just in Tekken 8. I'm thinking they're going more. He's going to be more of a grappler, and he's from what we saw, he has like
should be.
Facts.
He has like at least 5 armor moves. Like, bruh, he doesn't need he doesn't need nothing else.
This nigga
King been
runs at you. Like literally in heat, this boy points something. He said, "I'm going that way," and runs at you.
Hey yo, that's a good point. King is a freak. Isn't he supposed to be a grappler, bro?
Yeah.
No hands.
When it's cool, I think that's what makes the heat system so cool because it's forcing characters to play more like their archetype. Because King's Shining Wizard is a freaking combo starter. From what I saw on the trailers,
starter.
Oh yeah, it is.
And his grabs refill his heat gauge. He's the only character we know that can do that. Right?
Oh yeah.
Refills his heat gauge. So like the more he grabs you, the longer he's gonna be in heat. Like,
boy, this game becoming a 2D game more and more every day.
This game's gonna be lit, man.
He go pop V trigger, dog. Every character got a V trigger.
Basically, like no cap.
Every character got a goddamn V trigger.
That's what's up, though. I'm
like,
not mad.
No cap.
And then when y'all see Akuma, y'all gonna be mad again because you know he coming to the
Ooh, if Akuma coming to the game, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go.
They bringing, I don't care what nobody say, a 2D character is coming into Tekken 8.
Oh, yeah, we're getting Eliza.
I promise you.
We're getting Eliza.
I think somebody else, though, like, besides her. We're getting somebody else.
Bro,
We're getting Eliza,
we're
brother.
getting
killed, bro.
Hey, get out. Get out. Am I going to be streaming top 8? I don't know.
I mean, technically, he can, but he also can.
Yeah.
He's not an official restreamer, but who gonna really like come down on this man?
Yeah, that's the issue there. I don't know if I'm allowed to, brother.
I'm pretty sure in order to actually go, you're supposed to have permission.
Yeah, I think so. Because only certain people get permissions to do that, I think. Which sucks, but I guess it is what it is.
At
Give
the
more
end of the
power
day,
to
Magic,
streamers.
Magic 4 no longer launches. That's just gonna be controversial because some niggas you abused the fuck out that hoe and some niggas
Oh, yeah.
couldn't. So
I definitely
that's
try to.
Yeah, I think certain characters that have it have to finish a string now for it, which I think is fine. So,
yeah. I'm not mad at that one at all.
but the
Jesse,
next
I think-
change, I've heard a lot of people get upset about, which is rage arts are only -13. Yes. So,
man.
if you guys know rage arts, if I remember Kazuya's off the top of my head, I don't. There we go. That rage art is -22. You can put him in the air with your best launcher, your training mode launcher, right? Those combos you only do in training mode, yeah, they work against this as a punish. Think about this going from -22 to -13. Now it's only about as minus as this. And there's very few characters that can launch that at all. So, rage arts being that negative is a semi-big deal.
If you think about it, Aaron, it's really not. And the reason why I'm gonna say this, because let's see, I want to say we know Harang has the safest special super, right?
Yeah, it's
Because
completely
once
safe
it goes
on
to
block.
stance, it's safe on block. So you can't even do shit about that. So that's something we already had to deal with. I think who else was safe on block? I want to say
Alyssa, Jin,
Alyssa,
all the highs.
Alyssa, Jins, all the highs. So if you think
Steve?
about it, yeah, if you didn't duck, if you blocked that one, you couldn't do nothing about it.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of knowledge check rage arts. Right?
So, if that's the case, it has been in Tekken 7. It's just like we didn't think about it because like a few of them was knowledge checks because they was highs. Besides her wrongs, you just can't do shit about. So I mean, it's been in the game technically. Now it's just everybody get that bitch.
But now it's not
Everybody.
even. It doesn't even have to be like high or low for
Yes.
it. Makes it more difficult. But my argument against it too is that for the most part, most people have pretty decent 13 frame punishes. So I think whatever punish you use is probably still gonna kill them. Because most people use their rage arts when they're within an inch of their life in the first place.
Facts.
I heard something about Tekken 8 being cross-platform. I have no idea.
It
I
better
know.
be.
I don't know anything about that one, but no game has any reason to not be cross-platform.
They
Here's
don't.
why I don't like this change. Okay, I'm not gonna go on a rant, I promise. Okay, but it is gonna involve my trigger word. So, the reason why, what'd you say?
He lied, man.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna keep it short. I promise. But the reason why I don't like this change is because
That's too long.
It did two things. Okay. Number one, it reduced your options in Rage to one thing. Rage is only good for one thing, which is, well, I mean, you get the damage boost, right? And you have a Rage arm. That's it. There's nothing else getting used by that. There's no range drives because of the heat system, which is fine. I prefer the heat system over range drive.
Me too.
But it's only going to be rage armor. If it's the same way where they're still armored, this is specifically aimed at scrubs not getting fucking blown up for rage arting random. That's the because when you say most people have a solid 13 frame punish, I'm looking at Noctis, Jin, Lars, and all they got is a 12 frame. And Jin's 12 frame don't even knock down them.
Was it not?
In Tekken 8, it does not knock down. It's 2-4 doesn't knock down.
Oh,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. They should be dead, right?
That should be.
I mean, if Rage Art starts at the same place, 2-4 is not going to kill us.
Fair enough. I don't know. I
mean, unless they're super low, right? But I really feel like this is so that because if you blocked Rage Art in Tekken 7, that character should die. Like they should die after that. I feel like this is to make it so it's not so doom and gloom for new players, right? But that's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not saying anything else.
Oh yeah.
I'm not mad at that. Yeah, it is catering to new players.
What you think,
100%.
Tank, as somebody who's been hit with a wake up rage art?
Fuck them. Honestly, I think I need them to be more unsafe. I want honestly make it minus 30. Yeah. I want them to sit there and feel all of that with all of it. I want every rage art in the game to be slower and slower each round they miss it. That's what I dream for. That's what I hope.
Slower each round they miss it. That's
each round they miss
Wow.
it gets slower.
What in the everlasting?
Who masks
Also,
this,
the
bro?
lower they are, the lower damage it is. So
That whole track.
exactly. Yeah. Honestly, you know what? Swap it. Let's bring back rage drives and take out rage arts.
Dang.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Alright, so
Also,
next.
you should get banned if you panic rage art.
So next change. The next change.
Oh wait before you change. The only thing I can say is in most 2D games, when someone uses their super, they can get launch punished after it. So it should only be fair in this game. It'd be the same way for every character.
That's not true.
That's not true?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
It's partially true, but some and like certain games you got a punish, but you didn't get like a full training mode combo.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that's what they're doing. They're reducing that. I guess give you more chances to come back, Loki. I guess.
Yeah, bro, you ain't gonna get your Discord combo anymore.
But at the same time, there's hardly any health, so you wouldn't need a full launch to kill most times. Honestly, though, if you haven't used your heat engager for the whole round, you could still maybe launch blocked rage art. Oh yeah, that's true. If you haven't used it, and that's actually a good point, because if you go into heat engage, then you use something that's low enough frames to actually jumpstart your heat engager, then you could just combo him and kill him.
Oh, quick question.
So
So the heat engage is a thing that's like what is it, a meter? What is
don't worry, we got you. We got you later on.
Because I was gonna say, is it something?
Yeah,
that
we
you'll
gonna get you.
We got you.
at the end of the round? Because I'm like, okay, so
You get it the whole round.
whole round. Okay.
Well, you get a chance to use it the entire round. Like you get it every round.
One time though.
We'll get there.
We'll get there
Oh, okay.
because it's a big explanation. Low key.
Okay.
The next
I
change.
know what I said though.
Oh, the next change is spring kits no longer knocked down.
Please show an example for a spring kick, sir.
Got you. So this thing no longer knocks down.
Thank you.
You just tap them in the face and go, ah! And then they
I have the same thing for the knock-up kicks.
Honestly, I've never.
I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with that too, because honestly, in my experience, if I'm actually if I'm for real fighting somebody and they do that shit, they'll get launched. I will fuck them up. That's fine. Like I said, if I'm for real playing, then I will sit there and look at you like you stupid and launch you and block that.
they just need to show how positive it is, negative it is on block and
Doesn't really
on
matter
block and
though,
on hit.
to be honest.
It's minus 10 on block, and it is plus a billion. So hold on.
No,
It's plus. Hey, yo.
It's plus a billion, brother.
Hey, yo.
that's all. Because that change is gonna be weird. Because if they don't knock down, you're just gonna be in their face, and they just gonna. Oh, can they still?
Dig
hit
it,
you?
Tank.
Huh.
We're playing Spider-Man.
This motherfucker slide in Spider-Man.
At least turn off the
Oh.
No, I'd be like, just yeah, put your symbol up.
Oh, what's my symbol?
I don't know. Your Discord, what you call it?
What?
Put your animal on.
Take the stream off.
Put the raccoon back up.
Thank you, sir.
My bad.
Rocket Negro. Thank you. So moving right along, next change. Low parries no longer give combo extenders.
Bro, one of my homeboys is so pissed off about this change.
I'm not.
I'm not either.
I think Jacoby was kind of mad about that too.
I think if you were to tell me that information in Tag 2, I'd be like, oh wow, what a stupid change. But like now when I realize that there's a lot of stuff I shouldn't be low parrying anyway, it's like, nah.
Well, the way I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of examples of it, but the way I interpreted that is it's literally just I wouldn't be able to get like a tail spin or a tail flip after it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally just like how tag was, right? Like I can get like a combo, but I just have to do like something regular.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
yeah, that's what I want.
That's less damage. So,
Like it's another way to
Yeah,
stop
something
people
like
from
that.
wall carrying from
and
that.
Honestly, bro, the damage wasn't that great when I was playing anyway, so it was like whatever.
Yeah,
Should have launched it anyways. Whatever I was low carrying down there.
Oh yeah, trying to get them electrics, brother.
Honestly, I think it's gonna make gonna do what they want to make the game more aggressive. Lowe's about to get a lot better.
Lows are gonna get a lot better. That's what you're saying.
They're gonna get a little bit better, yeah. Just because of
You can't kill some. You can't like. I mean,
if you can't kill him with the low, if you can't kill him with the low parry, niggas gonna be like, why should I low parry?
But
Low parry.
to be fair, not a lot of characters got damaged like that from low parries in the first place. It was just the fact that
you know what, like 50 damage
yeah,
off of low parrying, a low that was like minus. That was probably minus that was like minus 13 at best. I mean, because if you did one longer, that was what's it called? That was more negative than that. You just don't low parry, you just block it and kill him for it, right? But
true enough. Just launch him.
a relatively low risk.
Yeah, bro.
Just low crutch it.
It's gonna hurt.
Hey,
It's gonna hurt a lot of characters that
sound like?
could get
It's gonna
damage
hurt
off
the
that.
niggas. It's gonna hurt the niggas that accidentally low parry.
Facts.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like characters that could get a lot of damage off that, it's gonna hurt them more. It is just like you said, it's gonna force you to really think about blocking versus low parrying. Why should I low parry when I really just need to block?
Yeah, think about characters like Katarina and freaking Julia, who low parry you from the opposite side of the stage and wall carry you to the other side because they low parried something.
Yeah.
Like it's another change aimed at lowering the damage scaling and reducing the amount of wall carry. Because I really like the tail flips because it's gonna give Nina and Lee their specialties back, right? Like not everybody was able to do those wall to wall type carries, but now Lee has the value of being able to do that again. Nina's gonna have the value. Julia's always had the value, but like these characters can shine more because of things like this. Like they'll be able to carry you to the wall. It's one of those things that again is demonopolizing Tekken as a game.
Yeah. Because Tekken 7 really got to that point where everybody could do everything, and it was just like certain characters. If your character wasn't top tier and doing everything, you kind of just didn't want to play with them.
Lucky.
Now I feel like the heat system, along with nerfing its damage, will bring back certain characters and their specialties can be shining through whatever mechanics they also put in within that heat system.
I agree. And last but not least, on the general system changes, there's chip damage.
Yeah, baby.
Not a problem over here. I play 2 games.
Facts. And you can't
I don't.
you can't die from chip damage.
You can't die from it too?
Nope.
Oh,
And there's ways to get the health back through the heat system.
True.
And certain characters also have specific moves that allow them to gain health. We'll talk about that.
Really? I feel like. Oh wait, no. I guess they will
Yeah.
because I feel like defense is nerfed. So
The main one that does it, I hate. I wanted to burn.
Who you talking about?
June.
Oh yeah. Nasty.
That shit's funny. But no, that's a true Tekken players are. I feel like main man's gonna hate this.
Oh, they're gonna be angry because it's a 2D type of mechanic.
Yeah, that's
I don't think they're gonna feel as bad just because of the way the heat system interacts with it.
I'm not mad at that.
There's ways to get some health back and stuff like that, and
I
to
think
slightly recover the chip. Not dramatically, but
yeah, it's gonna be a learning curve, just like the supers in the game. They're gonna cry about it for a little bit, and then I think they're gonna, slowly get back on it. Be like, oh, okay, I think I can get used to it. That's
Yeah.
just something they're gonna have to deal with.
But-
that chip damage might be a little hectic on certain characters, especially like Paul.
it doesn't look like it actually does none of the moves actually do that much chip. So it means if I pressure the crap out of you, like in certain matches, like what was it? There was a match at what was it? Red Bull Golden Letters. HK Jr., Heihachi specialist, arguably best Heihachi in the world. He was playing against Knee, and that dude spammed I think it was his forward 4 on his block. In that situation, if you had chip damage, that would have been a lot built up. So it really forces you to take initiative rather than just, I could just sit back and chill and play defense. No,
it forces you to be
aggressive.
Yeah.
Be aggressive.
It's
B
still-
A N A N A S.
Still doesn't completely
Do you think-
humanize the people who play defensively, which is what I like.
Yeah.
Do you think this type of change was kind of targeted towards Korean play a little bit?
I think it was targeted towards what is known to be the quote-unquote proper way to play Tekken.
Nah,
To play a super stalwart neutral and be as safe as possible. So now the person who takes initiative has to take a risk, right? Because they're throwing moves. And by throwing a bunch of safe moves, they're building up chip damage, which is the whole point of chip damage in the first place. It's like,
Yeah.
if this guy just sits here and turtles all day in Tekken, what realistically can you do?
Oh, that's so hurtful.
There's-
I understand.
Like, there's nothing you can... Like, I don't take block damage in this game. If I decide to play 100% complete defense in Tekken 7 and don't throw a single button, what can you do? If I'm breaking all your throws, you don't have any unblockables, or I step them, what can you do to make me approach? Absolutely nothing.
I just lose, Aaron. I just lose. That's how I lose.
Now, you get rewarded for pressing buttons.
I do get
So,
rewarded.
so you getting on their guard. Oh, all of a sudden they throw something unsafe. Now I can punish you for it. Now you still get rewarded by being patient enough to eat up that chip damage, but there's a time clock in your head. Like I'm steadily losing because I'm choosing to be completely defensive. So I need to find an opening very soon, or it's going to cost me the round anyway.
Yeah.
The devs did say that this game was made to be more aggressive than previous entries. Oh yes, sir, 100%. And in some cases, yeah, in some cases I really like it. In some cases I don't, but you know. All right, so we're gonna move over to the general system similarities. Okay, so the first one on the list is that flip over Oki still exists.
Hey, show that part to me, because I don't think I understood that one. as
Okay,
much.
so-
I think I do, but I'll just show it.
You know how there are certain moves that hit grounded that really shouldn't?
Fuck yes.
So notice this is an actual low. Right? That's a low. Not that move. There we go. That's flip over Oki. How they flip over, they literally flip over. And they're either forced to tech that, or they get stuck in a position where they could get hit with it again. So like if I turn off, let's say for some reason you're choosing not to stand up still. What I do, I could run up and do it again. Right? with the best one. And you get flipped over again until you tack.
Gotcha.
So it puts you in a situation where, because this is here, I can pull up and do something. Like, even if I turn the things back on. When I do this, right, I'm in your face and you're forced to hold my next mix. So that's flip over Oki.
Yeah.
And it's also like, right, like head down, feet towards is like one of the worst wake up positions you want to be in. Not feet towards, sorry. Wake up, head toward is one of the worst positions you want to be in.
Yeah, you have next to no options out of that, unfortunately. But it works. I kind of enjoy flip over Oki as a mechanic. I think it's pretty. It's not broken. It's not out of line. It's kind of just is what it is. Next thing is that throws are the same. Throws feel the same as Tekken 7. So I would assume that just means like, dang it, stand up Heihachi. So in this game, like, this is a generic game. A generic throw. This generic throw can be broken with either 1 or 2. This generic throw can be broken with either 1 or 2. So these are generic throws, which is 1 plus 3 or 2 plus 4, and they can be broken with either button, but you cannot break them with 12.
Now here's a question: do you think throws should be harder to break?
I personally don't care.
It's not, no, because in some in most 2D games, it's usually just you just pushing the right button at the time of you getting grabbed, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
If grabs weren't so dynamic, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, it's different. Like, getting thrown in Tekken is way different than getting thrown in like Street Fighter, because you can't react to throws in Street Fighter. You're reacting to the situation that's happening. With, like, Tekken, you actually can see the hands come out and respond. Like, you don't have to look. I mean, you can look for the throw in situations too, but you actually, if you train yourself up well, you don't have to guess if you're getting thrown. You just look for the hand. You notice, oh, I got thrown. Look for the hands. Or try to remember which hand grabbed you, and then you press the button, right?
Yeah.
So,
and then keep going.
That's why they do more damage in Tekken, because it's like, well, you should have broke it, dumbass. So why'd you get thrown?
Yeah, I get that. You was about to say too.
I'm not there, bro.
And all I was gonna say, just I feel like what they was going for in Tekken 7 is the same thing. They're looking at the situation versus the hand signs. Like, you can go all day and just look at what hand to break whichever button you need to use, but the situations can always be different. You can go against a person that does 10 grabs a game, and then you can have that one person that does that one. I guess it's just going off the situation. So they just said, instead of just you guessing, we're just gonna go with, all right, if the situation feels like you're gonna get grabbed, if you push the right button, as in 1 or 2, you can get out of it.
Yeah, as far as I know, grabs up to a certain level don't really matter. Even before this change was made, like, to be able to break it like this, to my knowledge, throws were supposed to be readily available to be broken to, like, even lower level players, or at least I guess mid-level players, like mid to high level. So it doesn't really matter to them. It just makes it less likely for you to be able to use these grabs, right? If somebody's watching your hands, you're more than likely never gonna grab them unless you have a true throw mix. So like Kazuya, realistically, the only 2 grabs you're mixing up is your generic grab and your headbutt. But, like, the situations, especially in this game, I think this game definitely needed grabs to be easier, because it wasn't until recently that I found out Kazuya could get guaranteed stuff off of this grab right here. Like, that was guaranteed if you try to just stand up. Like, it creates one of those situations where Oki matters. Or I could do this BS. And so for that, you can look at the total damage counter off of that one situation.
Now we think of
That's 83 damage.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Now we think of these changes about throws and like looking for it, but we all know that the casual player ain't looking at nobody's fucking hands, bro.
Well, they're not. Yeah.
The moment they see what looks to them like you holding them, put this real close. They're doing this.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also why they're slower in Tekken 7 as well, right?
Yeah.
They're slower?
Yeah, they are
Yeah.
slower.
I did not know that.
Bro,
Yeah, that's what I thought they were talking about when they said those feel the same as Tekken 7. I thought they were just talking about like it's not Tekken Tag 2 grabs.
have you never...
Which is funny because Faku Ram actually came out with Tekken Tag 2 grabs, and everyone thought his grabs were too fucking fast.
Oh, yes.
But y'all used to react to that.
Yes. Yes, bro. Fuck
That's
Rome's
what's
grabs are
funny.
fast. And then certain grabs in general are faster. Like, Fang's pizza making throw is actually a bit faster. What is it? Julia's Mad Axis, I believe, is also a bit faster than normal throws. So there's a lot of different stuff. There's a lot of different stuff that comes along with the
I wouldn't have been mad at it being Tekken Tag 2 speed, just easier to break. I think that would have been fair. But
Nah, I think command grabs one rough shot over everybody. Like think of, be honest. Look at how much mileage guys like Rim and Trey got off of throws.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it is on us for not have been able to break them, but at the same time, like throws were good.
Yeah.
Throws were really freaking good, and it honestly didn't make a ton of sense of how strong they were, the situations they could set up, and things like that. So, like,
Since I can only speak from experience, on my Armor King trial, let me call it trial. When I was at the start, I was trying to do throw mixes, like green ranks. I'm talking like, what is it, like Brawler and all them, or Juggernaut, whatever the hell it is. Niggas didn't even know how to put together a combo, and were busting out of my grabs. I was like, no shot. I put you in the mix like this, and you broke out of my grab.
I'm gonna be real with you. Most of the time, they was just trying to hit you,
Bro. And I hate that. I hate that so much. My experience with folks getting out of my grabs is so I'm like, bro, why is it how are they getting out of this grab, bro? No shots. You sat here and knew that I was about to throw a grab. I didn't throw a grab all match.
nah.
I threw one giant swing and your ass broke out of it. Huh?
It happens. It happens.
Man. All
hey,
right.
bro. I can't get mixed up if I don't know there's a mix up coming.
Facts.
Come on.
Got him.
You can't mix me.
All right.
This side can't stop me. I can't read.
Got him. Okay. So the next change here is that, or not change, but the similarities is that apparently the movement feels the same. So that means, unfortunately for you, Tekken 5 fans and all those that was hoping for that super cool movement that was so slick, nah, you just got good old Tekken 7.
Cool. Get over it, nerds.
Good old fashioned Tekken 7 movement. And I'm trying to flex my back dash because I can do it with the character with the back swipe. Doesn't work. You play on hitbox, don't count.
Cheater.
Whoa, man!
Cheater.
Wow!
Ain't much to talk about this. What's the next one?
Got him. So the next one is that combo extenders do still exist. As we saw, we have the tail flip. And of course, like in Tekken, it started in Tekken 6 with bounds, which in Tekken 6 that was a bound. and it would end up actually in that exact state. Except you could do that before a bunch of hits. So those that didn't play Tekken 6 or Tag 2, you had that. And then in T7, we got access to, I don't even remember the combo. There we go. Nope, I forgot. There we go. Tailspin, which put them in a state like that. And
now the thing I like about this combo still exists. Oh wait, this would be with the. I'm thinking about the heat system. Never mind. I'll talk about the heat system.
Hey, I saw something when they was doing like a showcase with Jack, and then I don't remember who Jack was fighting, but
Probably King.
what looked like a, I don't think it looked like a bound, but it was so different.
oh, that's heat system. That's heat
Nah,
system.
Nah, like the dude, he hit him on the ground, and the brother's legs went behind his head. Like it was crazy. It looked like a bound, but it looked off.
That might have been the heat system. Heat system knocks him down.
It might have been the heat system, or it
Yeah,
could have been
yeah.
something that like this, with like how Brian can. It's not actually a bound, but it still looks like a bound.
Mm-hmm. And then you can do the heat system off of that, or maybe something.
Or
like
it was
that.
a heat engager, or a heat transition
You know what?
move.
That might be what it was.
Because
was there a big like cinematic flex and then he did it?
Yes.
yeah,
That was his lead engagement. That was his lead engagement.
because like let me go to Paul, because he's the one I know the best, at least. Because like he'll do, because like Paul has something he can go from like Death Fist, and it'll look like he focus cancels by running forward, and they'll have that same flip over animation you talk about, kind of looking like that. So you can do like Death Fist, and they'll end up in that state, and then you can do like a combo or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty interesting to say the least. What the kind of sound was that?
That's them running on the ground.
Was that
sliding.
Was that a Wii Snow?
Okay, hold on. Hey, I'm gonna hold on. Let me make sure I don't freaking turn my face. Hold on. Let me see if this is what you're talking. What you was talking about. I'm streaming it if you wanna look at it, right? So, are you looking?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So, is this what you was talking about?
Yes.
Yeah,
That right there.
That's the heat engager. Yeah, it's part of the heat system.
Oh yeah, you got some stuff to hear. The last one on this, and we'll get actually into the heat, starting with the full on with the tail flips and stuff. After this last one, the last thing is that power crushes are still in the game. So armor moves, unfortunately for most of you guys, are still in the game. Right? I know some of y'all was like, "Oh, I can't wait for Tekken 8 and armor moves not to be in the game." Psych! That's the wrong number.
I was really sick of Negans. That's about it.
I don't think.
Not cool.
That's funny. I don't think power crushes was that bad in the game. I think a lot of moves needed them. Kind of made an actual purpose for certain moves.
I think power crushes are straight up underutilized.
That is true.
I like that Jin's down the one is now a power crush. I feel like it always should have been.
Isn't it a wall bounce in this game?
It is a wall bounce, yes.
It was a test trial, so they was trying that shit out. They didn't want to put too many power crushes into the game.
But they can't come back to.
And now you got King. They got 5 of them hoes.
Oh yeah, specific character
Oh, wow.
character traits, bro. Oh, you get into some good stuff.
Character traits. What the fuck is this? Injustice?
Yes. Any more questions?
Yeah, the heat system.
I bet.
What's going on?
Let's talk about the
Puma and
heat.
Panda make it in that bitch. That shit
One of them
gonna
will
be
for sure.
Wild tracks. That shit gonna be wild. That heat system gonna be. Ooh, they just run at you on all fours.
So-
and still be in
I hate that.
stance.
I hate that.
All
So,
they moves are armored.
so the heat system is very interesting. So, hey Jeff, start us off on the heat system, brother.
Oh, bro, where do we want to start? Well, okay. I guess let's talk about the different things we can do in Heat first, right?
What
Regardless
is it
of-
for one?
So Heat, all right, it is something you have access to as soon as the round starts. It's available every round, okay? And basically, like what I said earlier, Heat is like V-Trigger, like literally like V-Trigger.
Except you don't have to.
Except you don't have to build it, right? And it's not something that can like make moves safe. So we have there's options with the Heat system. You have the Heat Engager, which is that's what we just saw with Jack, right? Like you get the big zoom in, and then he does like a bound move, right? And if it hits, well, it automatically activates Heat, and if it hits, you get a combo, and you get one Heat token, and you're like, motherfucker, Heat tokens. I'll get there.
Oh, damn.
Okay. So, and then you have what are called Heat. What is the official name? Wait, no,
Heat
that's
burst.
not Heat Engagement. That's
Heat
Heat
burst.
Burst. What I just described was Heat Burst. Heat Burst is what I just described. Heat Engager is what you see like when the characters hit, do a move, right, and then you see them run, like sprint forward. That's a Heat Engager.
Yeah, if
You don't
it's
get- yeah.
what is it? Dang. Shoot.
I don't even know what character. Give me a character.
No, I'm trying to think of
Paul.
Crushing Blow, Tank.
Oh,
Kind of like it'll give like a quick kind of like Crushing Blow-ish effect. Like it'll freeze the game for a second when you hit him with it,
zoom in.
and yeah, it'll like freeze it, zoom in, and then you can dash, and then it'll automatically dash you up to do something.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically the Heat Engagers, but Heat
it's
Engagers
more
are they all have specific moves, but everybody has multiple Heat Engagers. Like what I showed before with Paul, one of Paul's Heat Engagers is straight up Death Fist. So if I land this, it'll do like this little pause frame it gets in there. It'll zoom in kind of from the side and change colors for a sec, and then he'll start running at him and get up close like right here, and he can enforce a mix or something. But there's, like I said, there's multiple moves that characters have to be able to do that.
Huh.
And then, okay, so that's how you get into Heat. I don't think there's any other way to get in there. You have the Heat Burst, which gives you one Heat token. Then you have the Heat Engagers, which is how you want to get into Heat because it gives you 2 Heat tokens.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are Heat tokens? Heat tokens give you access to certain things, right? So whenever you get into Heat, whenever you activate it via Heat Burst, which gives you 1 token, or Heat Engager, which gives you 2, right? You're in the Heat, but you're in the Heat. You're in Heat, and so you have access to a souped-up version of your character. Right? They get all the characters get new moves. Some of them get new traits. Certain moves have different properties. It's literally a souped-up version of your character.
For example.
Yes, you get to do this once around. And it has, I think the least amount it can last is 10 seconds if you let the bar run out. However, if you're attacking, if you're making the opponent block or hitting them, your timer pauses. So you're rewarded for being aggressive.
Freaking, no wonder they lowered the damage. You could fuck somebody from the get-go.
If you haven't looked at what some of the characters get access to in Heat, bro, it's unreal.
Bro,
For example,
bro, it'd be Guilty Gear Strive if they kept that damage there. Boy,
for example, Kazuya loses the need to be Just Frame on electrics. He just throws electrics.
He just throws electrics.
Nigga, huh?
Yes, sir.
Mishimas are no longer difficult. You can throw electrics as much as you want.
Oh yeah, you have no excuse for missing that punish no more. That character, bro.
You did some 11 frames?
Oh yeah, yeah. Jin the same way. He can throw both. He can throw both hands without just frame.
Well, there's only two electric men, right?
You think?
Not in the game.
You think they gonna bring back
Zombie
zombie Heihachi?
Heihachi's not in the game.
It's gonna, think about it. It's gonna be
You
DLC.
think
Zombie
so?
Heihachi.
We gonna get rock.
You
We gonna
think
get robot
so?
Heihachi, bro.
Facts, Robo Hachi.
But yeah, it's gonna be it's a good thing. We'll get to what I think about that. But then the heat tokens, right? So, Turtle, you may need to correct me if I'm wrong on this. As far as I know, the only thing you can do with heat tokens is the heat dash. I think that's. I can't
Yes,
remember.
it assumes one stock and
Yeah.
the heat smash.
But heat smash just ends it, so I
Yeah.
don't consider that something to do with heat tokens.
To my knowledge,
Whether
those are
you
the
have
only two
tokens
things you
or
can
not,
do.
it just ends it.
You do the heat dash or the heat smash.
I thought you could do the heat smash as long as you just had heat.
Yeah,
Because
well,
it
I
just
was saying the
automatically
only thing you can do with the meter up, the only specific things that will actually like drain your meter out of that is heat dash and smash.
Mhm.
So heat dash basically focus cancel, and heat smash is a really powerful move that does a lot of damage. And basically everybody has a variant of Akuma throwing Metsu Hadoken in Tekken 7 right now, which nobody uses, but everybody can do something similar. So that's that with all the heat systems, and that's basically the heat system in a nutshell. There's other certain intricate things like how the chip damage interacts with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, don't you
You can
also
break
feel
guard.
that gray light?
You can,
Yes, you get back gray life.
you can break guard and heat system, can't you? That's the only way.
Certain characters can.
Gotcha. Certain characters. Yeah.
I think that's like character specific based off of the character types, because there that's also something that kind of goes along with this, is that there are character archetypes, right? There are quote unquote heavies. That's why King has so many armor moves, because he's classified as a quote unquote heavy character
That's fire.
or a power type character. So you can imagine that if we get like your Marduks, probably your
I'll quit. Hey, if I see Marduk's big uncoordinated ass sprinting towards me, I'm not playing the game.
and heat system.
Bro, I
heat
know
system is a tackle.
Marduk in the game, he just gonna
That's
have
gonna be
50
interesting,
different
bro.
ways to tackle you in heat, bro.
Bro, he's not even gonna run at you regular. He's gonna run at you at that low stance that he got, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He gonna have 50 different ways to tackle you, bro.
yeah.
His heat system is gonna guarantee him a tackle. You just got,
Might.
You got,
Yeah,
But
and you gotta
go
guess.
50-50.
But let's take a look at some of the traits that some of the characters get. Obviously, a lot of characters get some new strings that have been said to be really, really, really strong in the beta or in the closed alpha test. I mean, so far,
You
but
got the graphics to put up on screen.
not really. I have them in the form of a video, paused. But if you find them, you can
I'll just. Well, that is.
throw them, send them in there.
Freaking imagine it put Akuma in the game. He's sprinting at you after he just fucking duffed your shit. Bro,
I'm telling you, we getting a 2D character. We
I
just
bet
don't know who.
boy Akuma sprinting at me full form.
That's optimistic. You think Akuma's gonna be in the game?
Okay.
I know we getting a 2D character for a fact.
I hope
know
it's him and not Geese. Take Akuma over Geese any day.
He is cool. So, let's see.
Yeah, just keep talking. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find him. But I am.
If all else fails, I can link the video to you guys here in the actual stream chat, so you guys can take a look. Shout outs to Hybrid Fighter.
Character archetypes. That's pretty cool.
So, for this first one, I'm looking at Kazuya, and his heat system allows him to use powers that utilize the Devil Gene. So, like, he has in current Tekken 7, he could go Devil, but obviously it's useless because nobody wants to just go Devil. They want to use his other attack, right? But now, with the heat system, he can actually go Devil, so to speak, and keep it and actually make use of it. And then, of course, like I said earlier, he gets access to electrics without having to actually do electrics, which is honestly a super huge deal, like an emphatically huge deal. Like that's actually insane. Jin also has literally the exact same thing. Has devil powers, certain moves. He has the ability to throw both hands of electrics without actually having to do the just from input. Again,
AKA means DJ is not going to be in the game.
Hopefully. Jun, there's something we were talking about earlier. Jun has something very interesting. So she uses what's called Kazama power, which takes her health. This is a character specific thing. Like, she has moves that when they use Kazama power, it actually takes some of her health. But she also has a stance called Inner Peace that allows her to get that health back. So her heat system allows her to use those Kazama powered moves without losing health, and at the same time gaining a much better version of Inner Peace that lets her keep her health up. So that's cool for her. Paul, he gets as if he needed it, a stronger Phoenix Smasher. So he gets a stronger Death Fist. So if you didn't die before, you're gonna die now. And
you're gonna die both times. You're not even gonna survive the next round. It's gonna go into the next round. It's gonna die twice.
And he also gets access to powered up hold moves. So for those that, I'll show you. Good thing I'm on Paul. So in Tekken 7, actually, he has hold moves, right? Those types of moves, or where it charges up and swings. So these become stronger, and I believe he's armored through them, if I'm correct. I don't know for sure. So, like, this move is one. This move is one. So, these become much better in his heat state. And then, who else we got here? We've got Law, who gets nunchuck moves. That's it.
That's pretty cool.
King gets powered up versions of his tackle, it looks like, and like Shadow was saying earlier already, he gets to replenish his heat system with certain throws, i.e. Shining Wizard, Muscle Buster, and I think that's Tombstone, to name a few. So he gets to keep it for a while.
Bro. Literally in the description, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but in the description of the video, he lists to a freaking Google Doc that gives you all of this.
Oh, dang, I'm trash.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, let's do this right here.
Yeah, go ahead and throw it up for him.
So, eyes down. Transition. I don't know if anybody can see it very well.
You can make it a little bigger. Just zoom in on the window.
There we go.
Law's double flip kicks is a tailspin now.
So we can see here. I don't know. Is it legible?
Yeah, it's really legible. I can see. It's blurry, but I can see.
Y'all heard what I said?
I got a full screen. Yeah, his double kicks his tailspin.
Y'all see it better now?
Definitely can see it better.
So, as we said, you got the Loudon Devil Jin, God Fist, scrolling down here, Devil Jin, Hook Fist, the Inner Peace, Kazama powered up Heat Smasher as if we needed it. King with his throws. Moving to Lars, he gets the powered up version of Limited Entry.
Alright. Kind of just dropped. He got a whole new stance.
Yeah. And then he gets new silent entry moves as well, which is very interesting.
Man, I think that's going to be so ridiculous. Like, he's just going to straight up get into silent entry. No need to go into stuff.
That's pretty good. Xiao Yu allows her to use her powered up version of Hypnotist Stance. So let me see if I can dictate that real quick. Give y'all guys an idea of what that looks like. So the Hypnotist Stance is pretty cheeky stance. She kind of walks around you.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can remember without actually having to go to move list. There. No, that's not it. That's not it either. That's not it either. That's not it either. That's not it either. Nope. 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 Well, you know what? I'm gonna look at the move list.
Was it not the same thing that they had put? It was like down back 1+2 or something like that?
Nope. Wait. That's down back 1+2.
Oh, never mind. Thought that's what I saw. Maybe it wasn't.
It might be different. Never know.
It might be different in Tekken 8, yeah.
Fucking fine Hypnotist. You're kidding.
There it is. Yeah, down back 1+2.
So that's Hypnotist. It gets allowed the power up version of this stance. And she can literally just switch direction. So I imagine it's going to give her some sick mix. So congratulations. Xiao Yu just got more annoying. As if we needed it, right? Where did it go? There we go. Okay. Moving further along, Jack 8 has the powered up version of Gamma Howl. That is a new move, actually, because it's taken the place of his old sit down move and gave him an actual stance that makes him look like he's doing Geef's V skill 1 in Street Fighter 5.
R.I.P. Gigas.
Oh yeah, hopefully he stays gone.
Straight up gave him his stance.
And then
I think it's even the same name, isn't it? Isn't that the name of Gigas' stance?
Actually, yes. I think it is a howl.
Straight up gave Gigas' stance to Jack.
Gigas just shouldn't have never been in the game.
Facts.
I always said this. So how the
failed
fuck you?
Marduk.
And then
Then you bring back Marduk, and I'm just like, yeah, this was a
And then you
waste of
got
a character.
titties.
oh yeah.
Then you give him
Oh,
that
yeah,
big ass
yeah.
backstory that's supposed to be Katarina's daddy. Okay, we don't care.
Hey, oh yeah. So yeah, this character just gets the ability to shoot people better.
You talking about Nina? Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to also realize she has a move titled "Shut Up."
Oh, that's the slap. That's the slap.
A move just straight up titled "Shut Up."
Yeah, that's that. Slides into that slap. Oh, she's gonna backhand you.
Hey, shut up.
Facts. Shut up. That's
So-
the perfect name for that move. That's fire.
That's new stuff so far that what we've got for good old Tekken. So the game is going to be very dynamic with those characters. I think that's mostly everything. Real quick, we could talk about the combo changes. More specifically aimed at Tailspin versus
Tail flip.
yeah, Tailspin versus Bound versus Tail Flip. So you'll have to check the game trailers for that for sure. So Bounds as I showed earlier with Brian, are the first combo extenders that we got in Tekken as a whole, because it used to be, and I'll actually go back and get Brian to kind of show you, because his was one of the few that actually makes that animation look like that. So, Brian, that's going to be our example. So, before, your combos would kind of look like just maybe some jabs, push into the wall, get a wall combo or something. Or stick them on the wall, something like that. Or hit you with a certain way where you would do some crazy stuff where it would allow you to do some random guaranteed ground hit follow-up or something. That was the kind of combos you used to do. Or just do something crazy and then do something like that. That would be normal combos, right? So basically launcher into ender almost directly. Now, the Tekken 6 and Tag 2 gave you access to bounds that gave that type of state animation. And you would end up like that mid-combo. So you do your whole launcher, and then mid-combo you do that, and then you do your ender. T7 changed the game again. Home of the infinite wall carry. Now, we have tailspins that arguably make it, not even arguably, it makes it significantly easier to carry somebody to the wall. And that just becomes so much easier for people to get wall carry, and made so many characters kind of obsolete in terms of what they used to be able to do in order to get stuff like this. And they just made it easier and easier and easier as the seasons progressed. Now we get what's called a tail flip, which kind of puts them in a state, they kind of end up flying like that after the second jet upper. They end up flying a little bit like that.
So they're like right in front of you now.
Yeah. And a good example is if I do this, let's see if I do it right. You'd be, after that, you would be like right here. Like right here. Like you don't have to dash up for any combos at all. So like you can land pretty much every combo you want. I'm pretty sure you can kind of make your combo still super long, but because you'd be so close, it is still going to be somewhat easy to get some extra wall carry in there. But if you're not like a wall carry design character, you're really not going to be looking to do that in the first place. So it is what it is. Another attempt to balance out the damage for the high-end aggression that's going to be in this game. So overwhelmed, Tank?
I'll keep my thoughts for the end.
Well, I think we're at the end, actually. Is there anything else? Besides, again, if you guys aren't watching Evo Japan, go ahead and cut that mug on. I believe Tekken is going right now. And I'm sure they'll probably unveil another character or two by the end of it, or in the middle of it, who knows. And hopefully it's not an April Fool's joke.
Facts.
So,
Probably never.
I'm gonna say for second of it, right?
maybe, yeah.
Like they're gonna show Baki.
Is that all, Shadow? I think that's it. I think that's all the...
Yeah, that, I mean, as far as the breaking down the mechanics, yeah, I'd say that's pretty much it. I just, like, kind of some final thoughts. I think the heat system is really interesting. At first, I was actually pretty fucking scared about it, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
But I like it because it's doing exactly what... Or it's kind of fixing a big gripe I had with Tekken 7, which is that there's too many generic things going on, and I was like, I just want to learn how to do things as my character. How does my character do in these situations? Not, oh, use more jab, use more down forward one, use the generic down four. I was like, no, I want to play my character. I want to be like, okay, this is the tools I have with Lars. How does Lars navigate this situation? Not like, how can I apply generic Tekken tools to my character? So that's what I like. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, that's good because I don't think everybody can use generic Tekken tools good in Tekken 7. Like, you have some characters that can abuse them, and then you have some people that can just do them pretty good, and then you have some motherfuckers that just like, you can use them, but I mean, you really just should be playing another character at this point.
Yeah, I think the game's gonna be pretty dynamic. I'm worried a little bit, but Tekken does a pretty decent job at patching its game. Harada and Murray do a pretty decent job at keeping the patches and recognizing when something is just abhorrently broken afterwards.
True.
So I have faith in them. I do think this game is going to be a lot more fun, a lot more dynamic. It's going to be a lot more crazy. I think a lot of things, or I guess the quote-unquote passives that activate while you're actually in heat are going to be possibly overtuned, especially the fact of characters like Kazuya and Jin having some of the most powerful moves in the game normally locked behind a just frame input just straight up being unleashed. I think some of that's going to be a bit much. Some of the strings are probably going to be a bit much. I think the system, the specifics of what you can do with the system are going to be the most difficult to balance out of everything. Like, my biggest fear is that this game ends up turning into Street Fighter V, where the only thing that matters is what you can do in heat.
It's so crazy. I was thinking the same thing, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like,
it will just evolve into, well, his heat system is just so much better than mine, so I'm kind of just fucked here. I can't do anything. Like, I mean, I already said at the video a long time ago. I told y'all, hey, in my mind, all this shit that Tekken looks like it's about to be doing, I'm a Street Fighter 6 man. Tekken has pushed me so far in the back of my mind. I mean, it's mainly because of DJ, but like at the same time, hearing all of what AJ and you have said about what the heat system is and heat engage, and then there's traits, but then there's traits on top of the character traits, and then only character traits can be locked by the heat system. But that's a heat engager, not a heat burster. And I'm like, what in the entire fuck is this?
Give me a reason. Give me a good reason to go back to King of Fighter. I've been wanting to go back.
Like, trick question. There is no reason.
Hey, okay, I'm gonna need you to
No
stop slander. I need you to stop.
When these two games come out, when Tekken 8 and Street Fighter 6 come out, there's no reason to play King of Fighters. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm gonna have to agree with him on that one.
Oh, the King of Fighters is good for an entirely different reason. But
that guy.
Yeah, when Street Fighter 6 and 8 servers are down.
Hey, you feel it, bro?
That man hating, bro. It's okay.
Man, king of who? Fighter.
King of Fighters ain't even the king of the current fighters.
Bro, on my soul, bro.
Hey, that. All right, good.
I didn't know it was the hate cast.
Facts.
Technical haters.
Whoa.
Hey, yo, there you go.
I mean, it is technical. I did methodically hate King of Fighters. Got him. But that's gonna be it for this one, guys. Appreciate all of you guys tuning in, the ones that did. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notifications on, come back to us. The technical topic is going to be going strong. We're going to be doing things slightly different, trying to get it in my schedule to keep this thing rolling as much as possible and keep y'all updated on the cool stuff that happens in the general fighting game community. So I believe that is everything. So I guess these guys told you where they could find you. You know, Raha said don't follow him. Please don't, because he will be
Please
hacked.
don't.
You know, Shadow Falls at Shadow Falls. That's right. You spell Shadow like Shadow the Hedgehog, and you spell Falls with a Z. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you got the main man, Birdie Brown. That's Birdie like golf. You understand? And Brown like the
Yes,
color.
sir.
Don't get it misunderstood.
That birdie like Street Fighter. Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is like.
It is actually like Street Fighter, but he don't look like Birdie. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I look like I
We
want to
all
look like
like
young birdie.
Young
Yeah.
Birdie. Oh my God. That was weird. But all right, guys, we'll see you on the next topic. I believe the next topic, once we get further into the line, we'll give our beforehand thoughts on Street Fighter 6 and give you the full update that we have on that. So, until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Peace out. What the heck?